Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a journey way back in time to some of the most iconic locations mentioned in the Bible, and we're going to see what they look like today. Now, whether you're a history buff, a Bible reader, or just curious about how these ancient sites have changed over the centuries, this is going to be an eye-opener. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive into 10 ancient places mentioned in the Bible and what they look like today. Our first stop is the small but world-famous town of Bethlehem. Remember, this is the birthplace of Jesus, as mentioned in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. Back in the day, Bethlehem was described as a little town, humble, small, not really on anyone's radar except for a few shepherds and wise men. But today, Bethlehem is a bustling city located in the West Bank. Modern Bethlehem has grown far beyond its ancient borders, with the Church of the Nativity marking the traditional site of Jesus' birth. And during Christmas, the streets light up with festivities, pilgrims from all over the world gathering to celebrate. Though it's changed, the sense of history here is palpable. Next up, Jericho. If you've read the book of Joshua, you know Jericho is where the walls came tumbling down. It was one of the first cities conquered by the Israelites after their exodus from Egypt. The Bible describes it as a city fortified with strong walls, a place that seemed impossible to breach. Today, Jericho is known as the City of Palm Trees and is considered one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. You can still see ruins from ancient walls, although they're not as grand as you might imagine. The modern city is a quiet, palm-lined oasis, but the stories of its past give it a kind of mythic feel. Let's now head to the Mount of Olives. This hill overlooks Jerusalem and has deep roots in both Jewish and Christian traditions. The Bible tells us that Jesus spent a lot of time here, teaching, praying, and even ascending into heaven from this spot. The Mount of Olives was also a place of prophecy where people expected future world-changing events. Nowadays, the Mount of Olives is a mix of ancient and modern. It's home to historic churches, including the Church of All Nations, and one of the oldest Jewish cemeteries in the world. And let me tell you, the view from up there, breathtaking. It still offers that peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of the city below, just like in biblical times. Capernium. This place is often referred to as the town of Jesus. In the Gospels, it's where Jesus performed many miracles, healing the sick, casting out demons, and even walking on water nearby at the Sea of Galilee. Back in Jesus' time, Capernaum was a small fishing village, known for its synagogue and homes of the disciples like Peter. Today, Capernaum is an archaeological site. You can walk through the ruins of the ancient synagogue and what's believed to be Peter's house. It's almost like stepping back in time, with the Sea of Galilee still sparkling in the distance, just as it did 2,000 years ago. Now let's visit Nazareth, the hometown of Jesus. Back then, it was described as a small, insignificant town. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? As Nathanael said in the Gospel of John. It was an ordinary place mostly overlooked by the greater region. Today, Nazareth is far from a small village. It's the largest Arab city in Israel and is home to the magnificent Basilica of the Annunciation. Modern Nazareth is a bustling city, but walking its streets, you still feel that connection to the humble beginnings described in the Bible. We can't talk about biblical places without mentioning Jerusalem. It's the heart of so many stories in the Bible, from the reign of King David to the ministry of Jesus. Ancient Jerusalem was the center of worship for Jews, home to the first and second temples, and the site of many pivotal events. Modern-day Jerusalem is a vibrant city that balances its rich history with contemporary life. The old city, with its narrow streets and ancient walls, is still the same at its core, and you can visit holy sites like the Western Wall, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the Dome of the Rock. Yet outside the walls, there's a modern, bustling city with skyscrapers, cafes, and shopping malls. It's a unique blend of the ancient and the new. Ah, the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus walked on water and calmed the storm. It was a hub of life for fishermen, including Jesus' disciples, and many key moments in Jesus' ministry happened right here on its shores. Today, the Sea of Galilee still has that peaceful, serene vibe. It's surrounded by small towns and lush hills. The area is popular for its religious significance, with pilgrims visiting sites like Tabgha, where the miracle of the loaves and fishes took place. And yes, you can even take a boat ride across the same waters that Jesus and his disciples sailed. Let's take a moment to visit the Garden of Gethsemane, the place where Jesus prayed before his arrest. The Bible describes it as a quiet, secluded olive grove at the foot of the Mount of Olives. Today, Gethsemane is still a tranquil garden, and some of the olive trees there are said to be over 2,000 years old, possibly witnessing the events of that fateful night. It's a peaceful place where visitors can reflect on the weight of its history, right on the edge of the bustling city. Hebron is another ancient city with deep biblical significance. It's where Abraham is said to have settled, and the cave of the patriarchs where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are believed to be buried still stands here. In the Bible, Hebron was a major center in the Kingdom of Judah. Today, Hebron is a divided city with a mix of Israeli and Palestinian communities. The Tomb of the Patriarchs is a pilgrimage site for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, and it still retains that feeling of ancient importance, even amidst modern-day conflicts. Our final stop is Megiddo, often associated with Armageddon in the Book of Revelation. In ancient times, Megiddo was a strategically important city, and the Bible refers to it as a place of major battles. Today, Megiddo is an archaeological park where visitors can explore layers of history, from Canaanite temples to Israelite palaces. Standing atop its ancient ruins, you can see why it was such a critical location. The view stretches for miles. It's quiet now, but its history echoes through the ages. And there you have it, 10 ancient places mentioned in the Bible and what they look like today. From small villages to bustling cities, these places have witnessed incredible history and transformation over thousands of years. If you ever get a chance to visit, I highly recommend it. Standing in these places, you can almost feel the stories come alive. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future explorations. See you in the next one.